what I wish I'd known in the beginning was that it's your life is different, you're different, and this thing they talk about, the new normal. I feel like if I'd have accepted that my life would be different and I'd be different, I would have got to where I am now a lot quicker. I spent a lot of time trying to do and want to do the things that I used to do and be the person I was before. And by that, I mean physically and emotionally, because obviously physically you're still recovering. So I was still sort of like had fatigue and the brain fog. And those kind of things. So there was no way I would be getting back to going to my job, doing maybe exercise that I used to do and maybe activities I used to do. And it's quite a slow, long process, which is okay. And I wish that I told myself that this was okay. I spent quite a lot of time kind of battling with myself, saying I should be doing this now. I should be able to do these things, and obviously a lot of the time I couldn't in the early sort of like first year or couple of years out. So I wish that I'd sort of been more accepting, but also that I'd been someone had sat down and talked to me, or I'd found a video like this that had said it's okay if you take it slowly, day by day, that you might have a day where you don't do much or you don't feel like doing much or you feel quite low, and another day you feel like totally different. So that's sort of one of the big things I sort of say to people now if they ask me. Also sort of I knowing where to turn and who to turn to. So finding someone like Know AML early on is a big win because of all the resources and how it links you up to other people that you can kind of talk to that are in the same position. So the peer-to-peer support, where someone can say, someone that's further down the line than you can say, oh, that was how I was, but it does improve, or I did this, or and those kind of things. Also, as far as like physical goes, because there's nothing quite like the fatigue that you'll ever experience. And it doesn't sort of improve overnight. So previously, when I spoke before just about being different, if you were tired or fatigued in your previous life, you would just have a good night's sleep or a couple of days, or a quiet weekend, and you'd bounce back. Well, this is totally different. That doesn't happen. So it's kind of being kind to yourself and acknowledging and accepting that this is okay. I say that a lot now, that it's okay if you're however you're feeling, it's okay, rather than you're always putting pressure on yourself because of perhaps who you were or what you were before. Also nutritionally, I didn't think about eating certain things or the right things. I very much just again fought my fire didn't really think that what I ate was a factor. And I know now, looking back, and I eat quite well now. I try to sort of nourish my body with all sorts of good foods and those kind of things, but back then it was all just about getting something in my body which maybe wasn't giving me any nutrition, because during treatment I'd been really poorly, so hadn't really been eating, and it was a case of eat anything, even if it's chocolate, which obviously is great, but it doesn't really give your body the things it needs to energy or to rebuild and those kind of things. So I really wish that I'd had more thought, or someone had said to me, try and eat these kind of foods because your body needs this to build itself back up again, and these kind of things.